conversations because y'all always got something to say. Let's get it, Tom.
That's right. Let's go ahead and jump to it. It looks like Ray J has responded to Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner's defamation lawsuit after they sued him. According to TMZ, Ray J is now countersuing the mother-daughter duo, claiming that they lied about the circumstances surrounding their leaked sex tape. Now, he's alleging that Kim had previously agreed to pay him $6 million as a part of the arrangement. Now, Ray J also claims that he hasn't taken a shower. No, I'm joking. Ray J also claims Kris and Kim violated an agreement stating that the sex tape would never be discussed on the Kardashians. But according to his filing, Kim, Kris, and even Kanye went on to make public statements about it anyway. Now, he says the family has spent the past 2 decades pushing what he describes as a false narrative. Now, he's saying that the tape was released without Kim's consent. That's that narrative he's talking about, guys. Now, it all comes as media attention continues around Kris Jenner's epic 70th birthday party, which everybody saw and it looked crazy. And also reports that Kim's skin brand is now valued at $5 billion. Damn.
Woo.
Wow.
That's a lot of money, honey.
Dang, Kim, where to get it?
But what do y'all think about Ray J doing that?
I believe everything Ray J saying. I don't think Ray J lying about nothing when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? He know it was a scheme that Todd set up.
Yeah.
He was a part of the scheme and he feel like he got cut out. You know, he didn't get his just due.
Right.
So now he's telling us what really happened. I believe him.
You know that dude that be a little stinky outside the gas station. And he yell. And you know that dude who stink a little bit outside the gas station and he yell and he be talking. But he be telling the truth. But he look a little crazy, so people don't necessarily believe him.
So you done put Ray J outside the gas station.
All I'm saying is,
I'm not gonna let you
just
do that
because
now.
Ray J be outside the gas station yelling, don't mean he telling the truth. Right on, Ray J. Speak your truth. But take a shower.
But please take a shower. Don't do that anymore. But it's, to me, I think there's some truth on both sides and there's some truth in the middle. I don't, at this one, you just don't know because we weren't there. It seems weird that he didn't make any money off of it. And I mean, of course, Kim, it did catapult Kim's career. I mean, that's just,
absolutely
it is what it is. That's just, you just don't know what's going to happen with those type of things. But Roomies are commenting, Elisa Landry said, I agree with Ray J. They exploited him. So they agree with you guys. Meet the Butlers. Ray J made Kim famous. He deserves his share. Okay. And Arthur Brianna Boatswain _ Amazon. Whoa, that's a screen name. She said he would be nobody without Kim. Huh?
What?
That's Brandy's brother.
Hello.
You tweaked on that one.
Yes.
I get what y'all saying, but Ray J's whole point is that he's saying that it's a false. Kim is taking the position of, I didn't know this was going to happen and this was coming out. Yeah. And he's saying that, no, you did know. You know
absolutely.
What I'm saying?
He's saying we both knew.
We both knew. It was
we
a
all
scheme.
was a part of.
Yeah.
So Roomies, just keep on commenting. Let us know your thoughts. Do you believe Ray J or are you on Kim's side with this? Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's get into this because I need to know what the Roomies think about this one, man. Megan Thee Stallion, she said this week that she definitely wants to perform at the Super Bowl. Meg told US Weekly, honestly, I would really love the opportunity if presented itself, and I would embrace the challenge. The hotties know I love to put on a show, so I would just want to turn the halftime show into a big party. I got to know what y'all think about this. Do you think Meg is ready for a halftime performance? Of course, Roomies put it in the comments, but we got some Roomie comments now. Jonah EC said, I love Meg, but no, absolutely not. She doesn't have one song that isn't sexual.
Well,
a lot of sexual people performed at the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, it's been sexual, but guess what? I would like to host the Oscars.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not ready today.
All right.
And neither is Meg.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We all have dreams. And I think she was just saying, like, I would one day want to do that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are taking out of context. I don't think that Meg thinks that her catalog right now is strong enough to perform at halftime of the Super Bowl. Come on, man. I don't think that she was saying that. I think that somebody probably asked her, would she like to? Yeah, I would like to do that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be mad if she got the opportunity right now to do it?
It's nothing to be mad about. I wouldn't be mad, but
I don't have to watch it. I could go and go get me something to eat.
Y'all telling me y'all wouldn't watch a Megan Thee Stallion Super Bowl performance?
I ain't gonna lie, I would watch
I know
it twerk.
y'all watching it. That's why I'm not.
I will watch it
Come on
twerk.
now.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But that's all we watching it for.
Okay. Well, I mean, the roomies are checking in. DJJJ19 said, hard pass. Damn. Don't want to see twerking for 12 minutes and her catalog lacks substance.
Okay.
Who
I
don't
would
wanna see
love to see
twerking,
twerking
right?
for 12 minutes.
Who don't want to see that?
Man, for free?
Not for free. Okay.
It costs you a little bit. It's like 2 songs.
I cannot.
She can perform halftime at the Magic City Super Bowl party.
Really, Zach? That's wrong.
That would be cool.
That's
She
wrong.
ready
Not
for
a
that.
strip. She could just keep her clothes
Not
on.
keep it. I'm not like if they threw a Super Bowl party, I'm like, hey, Meg gonna perform halftime. They could sell more tickets and everything.
Yeah,
I don't agree. That's
Right.
not nice. Queen Yosh,
Okay.
I8923 said, I'm sorry if any female rapper need a Super Bowl halftime performance, it is Nicki. Just being honest, we all know it would be amazing.
Facts.
You agree with that?
Facts.
Okay.
Over Jay-Z dead body.
Oh yeah, at this point.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
You
man.
You think
Oh
he gonna
yeah.
let
No, he ain't
she
going.
done
Nah.
talk so crazy about Jay-Z?
Oh no, she'll never perform in the Super Bowl parking lot.
Man, he would use every resource he
Mm-mm.
got.
Yeah, right.
No,
crazy.
Yeah, okay.
No.
I would love to see it though. And I think
Yeah.
it would also be dope if Megan and Cardi were co-headlines of the Super Bowl. I think that would be lit too at one point.
Now you got mad at me for talking about
What?
Drake and Kendrick making up at the Super Bowl halftime.
Megan and Cardi ain't got no beef.
No. Oh yeah, Megan Cardi. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm
yeah.
thinking Nicki.
No,
My
no,
head,
no.
Oh yeah, I was like, what? Okay.
No, I wouldn't go that far now. Adore_China said, love Meg, but all she gonna do is twerk. I'm not gonna knock her dream though.
Right.
Dang, y'all giving Meg a hard time. Nashay said, a female rapper headlining would be cool though, for real. And
It
I agree
would.
with that. I definitely agree with
I
that.
think it'd be cool, but it's a
Mhm.
lot of people ahead of her right now.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. So you don't think so? Don't think the catalog is ready.
Mm-mm.
Missy Elliott is ahead.
Mhm.
Yes.
I take a Lauryn Hill Super Bowl halftime before
All
me.
right.
It'll be late.
Oh, that's dirty.
What?
They're like, all right, it's time to start the second half of the Super Bowl.
It still hasn't come out yet.
He'll be like, and well,
Play some up for her. That's crazy.
Man, I love Lauryn Hill, but I remember I was so excited to see Lauryn Hill, and she came out late, and then she sang songs that nobody knew. She didn't sing one thing off of Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I was like, what is this? I was ready to sing my songs, but shout out to
crazy.
Lauryn Hill. She would be amazing if she,
hit him with the new one.
but
Not at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Not at
nah.
the Super Bowl. We want to see Chris Brown for sure at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna keep campaigning for that. But in other Meg Thee Stallion news, Klay Thompson has responded to a former NBA player, Jason Williams, after he made a comment involving his girlfriend, Megan Thee Stallion. Take a look at this, roomies.
Talking about Klay Thompson. Y'all steady trying to get him a pass. I ain't never seen Klay not shoot it like this. And for him to say I'm out of my prime, like, come on, Klay. Like, come
He
on.
said that?
Yeah.
How
My
many-
boy
how
in
many-
love.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful
So, yeah.
target. Speaking of BBL,
Yeah.
I'm from West Virginia, man. I've been taught a lot by some old folks, old white folks. It only takes one to drag a battleship across the desert. That's how powerful it is.
Mm.
So
Most wars are.
it got something to, you know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson, I ain't saying that's what it is, but that might be what it is.
Ooh. Now, as you can see,
Wow.
Williams alluded that Meg might be impacting Klay's current performance, prompting Klay to call his choice of words very disappointing. He responded. Should commentators, I want to ask you guys this, commentators and podcasters critique a player's game without involving people who have nothing to do with the sport? Like, was he wrong and out of order for even saying that about Meg?
I got so much to say about this, so I'm gonna let Zach go.
No,
And
go ahead.
This, first of all, Klay Thompson was well in his right. He supposed to defend his girl.
Absolutely.
100%. But what we heard man conversation. It shouldn't have been man athletic conversation. It should not have been on a public platform. That's what dudes say. I mean, people, it's one of those things like when your boys start acting different, when he like, oh, he used to hang around till he got a girlfriend, or he acting funny, or it's anything. When you play sports and you're not playing well, people gonna point to whatever you got going on. Oh yeah, man, that's some child support papers he got handed. It's this that went wrong. It's all of those different things. But to Klay Thompson's point, Klay Thompson went through 2 back-to-back leg injuries. 2 back-to-back. Now it takes a year for you to recover, recover, and then another year for you to really be back to yourself. So he had back-to-back. That means it's going to take him 4 years to get really back where he was even at, if he can get back there, because he's going to be older. I think, like he said, he's out of his prime. There's going to be some different things. And then my last thought is, of course, I'm going to be a little tired. I wake up with Megan Thee Stallion. What you think I'm doing? In this brand new relationship, God. I come home to Megan Thee Stallion. What you think I'm doing? It's brand new. She's still new money. Heck yeah, you're supposed to be jumping up and down on Megan Thee Stallion. Your shot might be a little bit off.
Oh my God, blame the woman.
I think,
Zach, what do you think?
I think that Jay Williams out of line for that. I feel like you're a former player. You know what I'm saying? I expect that from somebody who's never played and don't possibly know Klay Thompson. You know, to say some stuff. I think that was low hanging fruit, and I feel like I call it dry hating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as like you got a superstar woman, as soon as you get a woman that's bad and stuff, that's the first thing you're gonna bring up. You don't bring up that he was declining anyway before. That's why Golden State didn't re-sign him. You don't bring up the mess that the Dallas Mavericks are in. They're in turmoil anyway. They just fired their GM. Their other best player, Anthony Davis, has been on and off the court. You know what I'm saying? Hurt a lot. And then, Klay has been in slumps before Meg Thee Stallion. I remember at one time he went like 13 to 15 games without hitting one single three-pointer.
Oh.
So this is not the first time that Klay has been in a slump. It's just the fact that Klay has a spotlight with a chick. Now everybody want to come take little shots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like when you get some money and people start counting your pockets.
Come on now.
No, don't start counting my chick because I got, you know what I'm saying? I got a chick. You dry hating.
Yep.
And I don't like it.
That's what it gave to me too, hating. Always trying to blame the woman.
Why everybody looking at me?
Would you like to respond?
Like I said, two things can be true. And I don't think Jason is dry hating. I think Jason, Jay Will, and Pat Bear been in more locker rooms than any of us, and they've been around players. And these are the things that players do. When you start doing something, they're gonna look somebody that does something well all the time. So when there's something new added to your life, and then you not doing what you normally do, like I said, it doesn't have to be the woman. It would be somebody like, yeah, man, when Stephon Diggs wasn't playing good, they were blaming it on the fact that he had all of that turmoil around him in his personal life. There's always those things that people do. It might not be the right thing to do, but I don't think it was dry hating. But, again, like I said, would I be tired? Would I be tired? My shot be off? If I just started dating the Megan Thee Stallion, hell yeah. I'm having sex with her every time I can. It just makes sense. It makes sense. It's not even trying to.
I understand that, but I'm just saying you're an NBA player. This not the first time you having sex with a beautiful woman.
No, I know.
Every player
I know.
Every player out there a millionaire. They all having sex with beautiful women. That's not the thing.
Well, I'll bring up a couple examples.
It's just because it's Meg Thee Stallion. Now you got a story.
No, it's not. No, it's not. We'll bring up a couple examples. Rodman started playing terrible when he was dating Carmen Electra.
Now hold on.
And when Rodman was playing terrible while he was dating Carmen Electra, they blamed it on him. I'll bring something more recent that y'all may know about. Zion Williamson. When Zion Williamson was overweight and playing bad, it was because he was supposed to be, because he had all of that turmoil with the porn star, and they was blaming that, the weight and all of that stuff. We've seen this before. They do blame that. And Jay Will wasn't hating. He just said he can make things move a mountain. So it makes men move different. And when Zach, the way you party now, you would stay to the end of the party. But if you got P involved you act different. You like your boys thinking you're gonna be Zach at the end of the party. You like, fellas, I gotta go. And they're gonna blame your change in behavior because of the girl.
That's cool.
Well, really,
but if my boy is talking to my parents now, and they be like, "Where's that go?" Oh, it's because he messing with that girl. It's not an appropriate time to say that. That's what I'm trying to say, and that's what makes it the dry hating part. It's like, dude, we on a sports podcast. You should be critiquing my game, but you critiquing my chick.
You worried about my
you
girl.
All in my pants.
You a hottie. You really sound like a hating hottie. That's crazy. I see so much hateration in this dancery, Zach.
You all on my pants. You all in my chick.
Like up in the dancery. Sorry.
What's a dancery?
Y'all ain't never heard that. Now you all been talking about Dennis Rodman. I know you was listening to Mary albums. Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. Come on now.
Now check this out. Terrence J just tied the knot to Malika Sultan in a beautiful wedding ceremony in Dubai, and he had Anthony Anderson officiate the ceremony. It's dope. Now, if you could have a celebrity officiate your wedding, who would it be?
You already know for me, Judge Mathis.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That's a big one.
That's a good one.
I want the OG.
We got to build
at
that
my
in.
wedding.
Yeah.
And I would love for him to call all my guests crackheads as they walk in. I would really love that. Yes.
That's crackhead activity. Kiki.
Yeah.
She stole your centerpiece. Look like you got a crackhead sitting at the table.
Yes.
That's funny.
What about you, Tom?
Jesus. But if I can't have Jesus, I would take Dave Chappelle.
Oh, that would be good.
That's a solid person.
Yeah.
Solid
that'd
Dave
be lit.
Chappelle for sure. Now,
Yeah.
Kiki, you've had a whole bunch of wishes. Now, we could probably figure out Judge Mathis. We all know Judge Mathis, but you also wanted Ja Rule, and some crazy stuff happened today about Ja Rule performing at your wedding.
Yes, honey. Ja Rule said he is coming to the wedding. Yes, he told me in public on Instagram today in my comment section that he would come and perform at my wedding.
No, he did.
Yes, he did.
Come
Zach.
on now.
Yes, he did, honey. I
What
got
happened?
it in 4K.
What
Okay.
happened?
Well, I posted a video today because I saw him like another video that because I talk about the people I like. I talk about them.
Yes,
Ja
you do.
Rule, Omarion, Judge Mathis, everywhere I go, I talk about them. And so he liked the video on my page, and I said, since you here, could you please come and perform at my wedding? And he
Look at you.
actually, I know I was
Snapping.
going crazy. He actually saw the video, watched it, laughed, and put in the comments that he would come to my wedding. So Ja Rule, I told you, some girls want to slow dance at their wedding. Some girls want to be serenaded by R&B singers. I want to scream "It's murder" at my wedding reception. So shout out to Ja Rule. He confirmed that he will be there.
I love it.
That's a big deal, man. That's
Who would
a huge
y'all
deal.
dream performer be?
Oh, at the
At
reception?
the reception, yeah.
Jeezy for sure.
Okay, that would be
Jeezy for
tough.
sure.
That
Jeezy
would
for
be
sure.
tough. Zach, what about you?
Mine would probably be an R&B singer.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? So
Drew Hill.
Drew
Ooh.
Hill, yeah, I would like a Drew Hill, a Jagged Edge, a 112.
Come on,
It's gonna be in that vibe.
The
you know what
original
I'm saying?
members.
Yeah. Thank you. You have to be clear. To be honest, I'm
Y'all
not even gonna
messy.
play with them.
Y'all messy,
I'm
bro.
not, because whoever them dudes that be with Drew Hill ain't Drew Hill. Stop doing that. Drew Hill, if you watching this, stop lying to us, talking about Drew Hill performing, and then you got to explain two other new dudes. They be like, yeah, this Smoke, and that's Black. No, y'all not Drew Hill, because I don't know them.
Shout out to Smoking Black.
Then they start giving their credentials. They be like, you ever heard Rock the Boat, the dude in the back? Yeah, that was Smoke. Well, if you got to explain them, he shouldn't be there. He not part of it.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna skip them. I know who I want. Boys to Men. At least they
Ooh,
keep
yes,
their group the
yes,
same.
Yeah.
I'm going Boys to Men.
Yeah.
I'm going Boys
that
to
would be,
Men. at
That
my
would
wedding.
be tough at a wedding reception. Roomies, please let us know in the comments who is your dream performer, because as you can see, just manifested, child. I was talking about Ja Rule being at my wedding before I had a man. So now that I got one, Ja Rule coming. So put yours in the comments. Let's manifest it right here today.
Yes.
Who do you want at your wedding reception?
I love it.
Wow, that was a lot. Okay, Rubies, you see how this show is going, but we have officially entered the holiday season. So let's get some of the basic holiday rules out the way, Zach.
All right. Well, Tom, before we get started, let's bring in some roomies to help us out, man. We got to bring the roomies in. What's your name? Where you checking in from, roomies?
Hi,
Hey, ladies.
I'm Jennifer. I'm from Washington, D.C.
All right,
Hi,
now.
I'm Chelsea Janelle. I'm from Montgomery County, Maryland.
Oh, another one popped up. Hey, third roomie.
Hey y'all, I
Detroit in
am
the house.
Katrina from Detroit. What up, though?
What
Come
up,
on.
though? Congratulations on your new mayor.
Hey, listen, history being made all day, every day. I love it. We need some progress and some good news for sure. Okay,
Yeah.
check the blade. I see you. Let's go.
All right, Tom.
All right, cool. Let's do this now. When do you start decorating, guys? When you start decorating for Christmas, is it A, after Halloween, B, after Thanksgiving, C, beginning of December, and D, you never took down last year's?
B, for sure. B.
B. All right, what else? Check in with us.
I'm going C, beginning of December. That's still a bit early for me. I try to wait till the report cards come out for my kids, but I'll go beginning of December.
She like, it might not be no Christmas in this house if them
You
grades
hear
ain't
me?
right.
Gotta take a stand.
All right. Okay. How about playing Christmas music after Halloween for A, B, after Thanksgiving, C, only in December, D, year round?
See, only in December. That's the only. I only want to hear it for 30 days. That's it.
Oh no, you ain't listening to the right Christmas music.
Right. You know what's funny? I do play it year round because it's some hits. Sometimes you just want to be in the mood and listen to some stuff and think about family and moments. I do play it all year round. I ain't gonna lie.
I think if you play the Temptations Christmas album, it don't even feel like Christmas. That's just soul music.
Yeah.
That just so happened to throw some Christmas in there.
The hell what y'all talking about? I'm not listening to that all year round.
What you listen to? What you listen to?
Listen to December. That's what makes it special. It's like, to me, you hear that in December and maybe even after New Year's a little bit. And after that, you wait for it again. You appreciate it more.
Okay, I'll take that.
I agree with you.
Not riding around listening to Let It Snow in the middle of July.
Now let it
summertime.
snow though. That's
Let it.
that's a
I
song
ain't
now.
gonna lie to you. I listen to Let It Snow all year round.
Yeah, that's
Let
a
it
fire.
snow.
You know what I'm saying? Christmas got hit.
All year round.
That's a hit. That is a hit.
Yeah.
All right. How about this, though? This is the one. When do you take your Christmas decorations down? A day after Christmas. It seems a bit soon. B, the day after New Year's. Or C, when you feel like it.
I'm laughing so hard because for me, it's when I feel like it. One time I left that tree up all the way to Easter. I was putting Easter egg decorations around the tree. It just, listen.
No, I'm definitely like the week of like after New Year's, maybe like the second week of January. That's like the late. We got to be down before MLK. Like I just need the space cleared. I need the to start the new year fresh without last year's Christmas stuff.
Gotta have that civil rights. Make room for the civil rights tree.
Oh my God.
For me, I'm going with you. When I feel like it. When I feel like it. Mine was up last year to like middle of February.
Mine is like till I get a free weekend in, till the spirit moves me. Like we be working so much, that tree gonna stay up there. I gotta have time and energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because sometimes I got time and I ain't got the energy.
Last year, my tree was up to like
Kiki, it was ridiculous.
yeah, it was like 4th of July. I'm not even gonna put on that. I don't got time for that. I don't have any kids. I'm going to my sister's house. Her tree count is my tree. I ain't got time for all that.
Right. It's hard to have company when the tree still be up too. You be like, people gonna come over here and talk about me. You be like, oh well.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Still a couple candy canes on there if you want to grab some.
Don't eat them. Don't eat them.
People will eat them.
Why the rapper's so stuck?
Right.
Just work with it.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, ladies, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much.
Always. We love y'all. Have a good one.
Happy holidays to you too.
Yes.
Thank you.
There it is. All right, y'all, let's get into this next TSR great debate. Do terms define a relationship? All right, now, is there a difference between exclusively dating or going together? Is there a difference? I'm talking about like exclusively dating.
Mm-hmm.
We date exclusive.
Yes.
Or we go together. Or is that the same thing?
That's the same thing.
I think that is the same.
That's the same
in my
thing.
opinion.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but it needs to be made clear. Like all that just we talking. No, either we go together or we just friends.
So Kiki, do somebody have to be like, will you be my girlfriend?
Yes.
Like it needs to be an actual question.
Yes, or I'm just gonna assume that I'm your girlfriend, and then this is what y'all like to do is go out and have 7 other girlfriends, and then when I find out about the other girlfriends, you be like, I never told you was my girlfriend, but I assume. See, I don't like to assume.
Stop assuming.
Let's make it clear. You know what I'm saying? Either we go together or we single.
That's fair.
Period.
That's fair. I think exclusively dating is just that's just a step. I don't even know why you say that. It's really just dating. To me, it's just dating, and then you my girlfriend. I think that the exclusively dating part is just, it seems a bit selfish because I know people that use that play like we exclusively dating, but still live in the dating space, still live in the
like dating other people.
Yeah,
You know what this really is?
They're just trying to hold that girl and keep her in queue.
It just hit me what this really is.
What?
What is?
It's the same thing. It's just how white folks say it and how black folks say it. But it's the same thing.
That is true.
Because white people be like, you know, we're dating exclusively. I think it's serious. And black people be like, man, we go together.
That's so true.
I ain't never seen white people go together.
No.
White people ain't never went together.
No.
You ain't never seen Hannah and
That is true.
Charles go
Yes.
together. They're exclusively dating.
Oh my
And as black people, we go together. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
It's different. Yeah, I love that.
Well, just make it clear, okay, when you getting in a relationship. Don't let nobody play with your time. Now, fellas, let me get your opinion on this. According to a new research study, half of young Americans are living with their parents, the highest rate since the Great Depression, okay?
Wow.
52% of Americans aged between 18 and 29 reside with both or one parent. The surge translated to about 26.6 million young adults. So, do you think it's okay to go home and move back with your parents when you in them ages between 18 and I think it was 26?
Yeah. I think a lot of them right now went out too early. They left the crib too early.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know, don't realize you really got to have something locked in. A lot of 18 to 29-year-olds jumped out the nest a little too early. But I don't think it's never any wrong time to go back home when things get crazy and you need to reset. That's what your mom and your dad's for.
I like that. But I also think that's kind of why you need college. They go away for college because that's kind of like grown up light. You know what I'm saying? It's like being a grown up with training wheels on. That's the time you get to have that independence and kind of live by yourself, or you live with roommates, or you live with 2-3 roommates to cut costs and have that, and you still have that independence. I don't know if I'm particularly for staying at the house because a lot of people who stay at home, it's harder for them to leave the longer they stay. Now, a lot of people leave and come back, stay for a second.
That's
and
what
leave
I did.
again. And I think that's quicker,
right?
Because you've had a taste of independence and then you come back. But as far as like, you know how some people go to college, but then they staying at home while they in college, I think those people have a tougher time being independent.
Let me ask, did you move back home after college?
I never moved back home.
See, I think that
No. I moved back home for when I got the job here, but I had already lived away for like 10, 15.
Yeah, but
so I went back home for like 6 months.
See, I believe that. I believe those are the people that go to colleges in big cities. Like he went to school in Nashville. You went to people that go to school in Atlanta, people that go to school in DC, Virginia. In those big cities, you tend to stay there because it's you can find your job. It's a city.
I see what you're saying.
Like I went to school in Carbondale, Illinois. I had to get
ain't nothing there. Right. You got to
get on back.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Get on back.
That makes sense.
Yes.
That does make sense.
Yeah. And I don't think you parents should be so quick to put your kids out at 18. You know, help them come up with a plan, help them figure out what they're going to do. And then also shout out to my parents who were very welcoming for me to come back and get it together. Like during the pandemic, I moved home, I saved, and then I was able to buy a house and all that type of stuff. So I think being able to go back
you got
home
to have a job.
You got to have a
see what I'm
job.
saying? You were working.
Yeah.
People come back and sit on their ass.
Don't do that.
That's the problem. It ain't coming back. It's you ain't doing nothing while you back.
Yeah. And I think when you go back home, after a certain age, you should be contributing to the household. So like I was paying rent when I went back home to the household.
They didn't want you to leave.
Right. But shout out to my parents when I got ready to move out. She gave me back all the money I had been paying her. So she didn't tell me throughout the process, but she gave it back to me. So I think that's a great way. Parents, stop kicking your kids out.
That's how you know you were surrounded by love, Kiki.
Thank you. You know.
I wasn't even fool. I moved back. It wasn't nothing getting paid. Except nothing. Thank you. I need to save.
Reloaded.
Reload. Shout out to the Roomies, man. Make sure y'all commenting for sure. Let's go ahead and get to this, man. Our next guest, Roomies, welcome in former White House press secretary and author of Independent, Karine Jean-Pierre. What's happening? Karine, what's happening? I was working on that name, sis.
So close.
So close, Karine. I'm sorry. I was so close. But
I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the effort. Hey, Roomies.
Thank you
for having me on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. But let's, first of all of us want to congratulate you on your new book, Independent.
Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you so much. It's been a whirlwind. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now that you're independent, many still assume, though, you have values that tend to lean a little left. Why'd you write the book Independent?
So look, in this moment that we're in right now in 2025, 10 months into the Donald Trump administration, it is important for me and for so many millions of Americans out there for the party to not act as if it is business as usual. We are living in a time where the rule of law has been thrown out of the window, and we're seeing our democracy hanging by a thread. And what I want to see from a Democratic leadership is a fight. What I want to see from Democratic leadership, not just me, but millions of Americans, we want to see the leadership behaving as if they're an opposition party. And what that means is bring a fight, bring some teeth, making sure that everybody is included in this moment, because it's scary. It's very frightening for people. And what I'm seeing from the beginning of the Trump administration is Democratic leadership in particular giving up their leverage at a time where we want to see them fighting with tooth and nail with everything that they've got to protect us. And they keep doing that. And so the book is about how do we become independent thinkers? How do we look at this moment where our both party system is broken? We have a system that's broken right now. And what I'm seeing more and more is that the people are standing up and the people are speaking, and it's becoming more about people power. And so that is what the book is about, talking about this broken system, talking about holding our elected officials accountable, and how do we bring more power back to the people. And that's what the book is about.
Love that.
I want to ask you this. Should the Democratic Party do a better job embracing candidates like New York Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani, or like people who energize, the younger progressive voters?
Yeah, I think one of the things that Zohran Mamdani did was pretty incredible. And you just said it. He engaged and excited young people to participate in a Democratic primary in an off-year election. And he did that because he ran a smart campaign. Look, what we saw last Tuesday, was basically a socialist. And if you think about a former CIA agent, if you think about what we saw in the governor's race of New Jersey, two different people win and run smart campaigns. So you put the labels aside for a second. You saw candidates out there across the country, but I'm talking about these two in particular because they couldn't be two different people as you think about their politics, but they did something that we haven't seen in a long time. They threw out the canned talking points. They talked about affordability. They talked directly to their constituency, to the voters, and that is important in this moment. They talked about protecting our democracy, and they engaged and excited, in particular, Zohran Mamdani, young people to come out and vote and to take part of this process. And that is not an easy thing to do when you're seeing such partisanship, such a broken process in the moment that we're in right now. So to engage young people, to excite young people, I think that's a pathway for the Democratic Party to look at and to take that in and to say, okay, we have a way to really win here. We have a path to victory. And voters are completely rejecting Donald Trump's agenda. And so we have to pay attention to what happened across the country just last week.
Yeah. Now, you've spoken about your frustration with the political process and even the Democratic Party's political process and the party's internal divisions, which led you to register as an independent before your book tour. What do Democrats really need to do differently to get the train back on track? And could you ever see yourself rejoining the party?
So I think what I saw last Tuesday, as I just laid out, a former CIA agent, a socialist, if you will, a Democratic socialist in what we saw in the mayor's race in New York City, both do something and that is pretty incredible. And that is really showing how independent voters can be. And what I mean by that is people are always talking about, well, who's the leader? Who's the leader? Well, it doesn't matter. It's the people who are the leader. And voters can decide for themselves, just as long Democrats continue to keep it a big tent party. And so what I was seeing in the beginning of this administration, the Trump administration, again, is Democrats giving up their leverage. When you are rubber stamping appointees of Trump who are not qualified, when you have some leverage there to really stand up for the American people, protect our democracy, and you give that up, that's a problem to me. When you're saying that you're going to throw certain vulnerable communities under the bus, that's a problem for me. When you take for granted Black women who have been the backbone on the front lines for the Democratic Party, that's a problem for me. And so what I was trying to do is really start this conversation. I hope I've done that. I think I've done that. And look, I've been in the part of the Democratic Party for more than 20 years. And I've been in the system. I understand how it works. And for me, in order to make a change, I believe was to step out and push from the outside. And so that's what I've been trying to do. That's what I've been speaking to. And that's what I believe the book also is trying to speak to in giving a pathway for Americans who are trying to figure out, how do I have a voice in this moment?
I swear everybody is trying to figure things out, and especially the government shutdown. Do you think that government shutdown should have even lasted longer to force more progress on the healthcare subsidy issues? That was all at the center of everything, right?
Exactly. You said it perfectly. The healthcare subsidy was such at the center of everything. And I think it was a bad deal. I really do. I think it was a mistake for these 8 Democrats on the Senate side to move forward with a deal like this and virtually get nothing. We didn't get anything out of this. We didn't get a deal on the healthcare cost. We didn't get a check on Trump as he's moving in a way that's very detrimental to our democracy. There's no check on his power. And so it's very discerning to see what's happening right now. And again, they gave up their leverage. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that federal workers are getting a paycheck. I'm glad that we are reopening the government, but it was a bad deal. And that is really, really sad to see. Now we can't undo it. It happened. Now we have to move forward, and the party has to really figure out how they're going to make sure that they hold Republicans accountable, right? They make sure that these healthcare costs don't go up. And it is very scary to see for many Americans across the country. And this is what I'm talking about. They need to be an opposition party. This is not normal times. We are not living in normal times. So because we are not living in normal times, we have to do things differently. It cannot be as business as usual.
I got a couple pushbacks, just a little bit. Don't you think though that the Democrats were kind of boxed in, which you figure that's what the Republicans wanted, was to box them in because they're getting pressure from Americans that are going without pay. Now on the other side of it, it's like, for me, I think when healthcare changes, when it changes, it's going to affect everybody, even the poor Republicans. It's kind of like wait and see. So that's why I felt like when people say it was a bad deal, I did say it was a bad deal, but I understood.
Yeah. So here's the thing. It wasn't the Democrat. It shouldn't have been. The Democrats are not being held in a corner. It's not their shutdown. It was the Republican shutdown. Republicans have the House, they have the Senate, and they have the White House. This is about Republicans and what they were doing. And they were the ones, if anything, that were backed into a corner, especially after Tuesday. After that win on Tuesday, what Democrats had was wind at their backs. What Democrats had was really saying to Republicans, hey, your agenda is being rejected by Americans across the country. So they had leverage. Democrats had leverage. Okay. And so I think that it was just a wrong play by Democrats. I truly believe that. And look now, I mean, they virtually got nothing from the deal. Yes, federal government workers are getting their paycheck, which is incredibly important. But what's going to happen to people's healthcare costs? What's going to happen? They didn't get a deal on that.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Fair.
I'll say this, that, being a White House press secretary is tough. But now, Caroline, Levitt is defending President Trump on a range of issues, including his past ties to Epstein, given that most of his previous press secretaries lasted a year or less. How long do you think Caroline is likely to remain in this role?
I have no idea. I mean, that's for her to certainly try to figure out. Here's what I can say, and I say this all the time because I think it's important to note this. The Biden-Harris administration believed in the freedom of the press. And they are the fourth estate, the press is. It is important for them to do their job. Their job is to hold powerful people to account. It is not easy. And it's not a love-love relationship. It is always a friction between the two. And it is not easy for either side. But the fact that we allow, right, to have that back and forth in the press briefing room, them to ask us questions, us to push back, means that we are sending a signal, not just to the American people, to everyone who's watching globally, that this country believes in democracy, and you see us exercise it in this briefing room, in the freedom of the press. And when you take that away, when you take the press's freedom away in that briefing room by bringing, voices that only agree with the president, then what you're creating is state TV. And that's dangerous. And that's what we're talking about when our democracy is hanging by a thread. And so to take away that exercise that's happening every day in that briefing room sends a dangerous sign across the globe.
Very dangerous. Now tell us your most challenging moment and most rewarding memory as a White House press secretary.
Oh, that's a good question. Look, the job was really, really hard. And so trying to wake up every morning and not knowing what could happen because the world is so unpredictable, especially in this moment, that was tough. It was tough. The job was tough every single day. But I've had rewarding moments, like being able to be in the Biden-Harris administration when Ketanji Brown Jackson was picked, and then she was the nomination, and then she made those really amazing remarks on the South Lawn of the White House. Being able to bring my mom to the East Wing for a state dinner where she was, a working mom, didn't come from much, but being able to take her to the White House to meet the president, and her saying to me at the end of the night how it was the best night that she's ever had in her life. I mean, those are things that you really enjoy and really take in. And it is a hard job. Being a public servant is not easy. And I give it to people out there who are public servant. It is incredibly difficult, and doing it at that high level where you're working on behalf of the American people, it's a hard job every single day. But it is a reward. It was a privilege and an honor to have been White House press secretary.
Okay, I got a real hard-hitting question for you right here. Real hard. Buckle up now. Now, we've seen the changes in the White House. What is your thoughts on our president's taste in decor?
Well, I'll say this. It is not the Donald Trump White House. It is the people's house. It is the people's house. And that White House has so much history. And it is one of the most amazing places to be in, to work in. And what I'm seeing is kind of sad. It is disappointing and sad to see it turn into what it is currently right now. Seeing being bulldozed the way the East Wing part of the White House, the way it was a couple of weeks ago, was heartbreaking. Again, this is the people's house, not Donald Trump's house. But there is no more perfect metaphor than to see Donald Trump take a bulldozer into the East Wing. It is very kind of where we are in this moment, and what he's doing to this country, what he's doing to the rule of law, what he's doing to our democracy, what he's doing to the American people.
No lies told. Now let me ask this. What are your thoughts on fellow former Democratic press secretary Jen Psaki's comments on your book? Is there a competition between the former press secretaries?
I love Jen Psaki. I actually have not seen her comment on my book.
Want to tell her what she said?
Yeah, I'll tell her. It was reported by the New York Post that she said your book is outdated.
Oh, okay. Well, look, I mean, that's her opinion. I have always respected Jen Psaki. I disagree with her saying that it's outdated. I'm not sure how something could be outdated when it's never been done before. And when I'm pushing a conversation that's never been had before. And so therefore I don't agree with that assessment. If anything, people are trying to have a conversation with me. Many people that I've spoken to that's come to my book events that are neighbors of mine that I see just on the streets have said, you are saying exactly what I'm feeling. You are really truly meeting the moment of where I am right now and trying to figure out how to be involved. And look, some people may not agree with me about leaving the Democratic Party, and I've had those conversations, but they do agree with how the party is in this moment. And it's not just me. We see this in poll after poll, where millions of Americans who are part of the Democratic Party feel as if they are not being heard, seen, and they want this party to fight for them. So I don't think any of those ideas or thoughts are outdated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all have like a little press secretary group chat? you need to hit her up, girl. You need to hit her up.
It sounds like we may need to start one. But again, I respect Jen Psaki. She was a really fine press secretary, very impressive, very good, and she's a good human. And so I have no beef with her. Everybody has their opinion in this moment, and they should be free to do so.
Spoken like a true
press
former press
secretary.
secretary.
You supposed to say something like, "Your mama out." Baby. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to say.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. This was a wonderful conversation. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks, Roomies.
All right now. Well, there it is. She was dope.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Now,
Roomies lit up for her.
yeah, for sure. Now, during an appearance on the Hate to Break It to You podcast, Raven-Symoné says Bill Cosby's assault allegations do not erase the cultural impact of the Cosby Show. She acknowledged Bill Cosby has been convicted of horrific things, but she said that's his personal life. Raven believes both truths can exist. Now, I have to ask y'all, is it time to separate the art form from the person? So we've got a lot of people who've been locked up, for their personal life, yet they have made classic music or made contributions to entertainment that we love. Like people like Diddy, R. Kelly, Cosby, etc. Do you separate the art from the person?
You say no?
Nah, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, somebody like Bill Cosby, because Bill Cosby wasn't the only person that made that show special. That's a little bit different because there were other actors and actresses that were a part of it. R. Kelly and Diddy, it's tough.
There's other people involved in that too.
No, I mean, it's an R. Kelly song. We listen to R. Kelly sing. Yeah, there's some other people involved as far as maybe engineers or whatever could be concerned. But I'm talking about Diddy, R. Kelly. It's tough. It's tough knowing that. I'm not gonna say you can listen to an R. Kelly album and it doesn't cross your mind when you listen to it.
But okay, but you saying that. But if you saying that, what about the songs that R. Kelly? So do you think about that when you hear bump, bump, bump?
Hold on now.
Do you think
we ain't nobody getting rid of bump, bump, bump now?
I'm not saying I'm just asking.
Oh.
Like when you hear Maxwell Fortunate, written by
that's
R. Kelly.
different.
But it's still his art. Like he wrote that.
Now, okay, I'm not going. The things that he wrote for other people, no. But I'm saying me and I would listen to a bunch of R. Kelly music. It's tough to listen to a bunch of R. Kelly music. Do I hear a song? Will I play a song from time to time? Yes, but Diddy included. It taints how you think of him. At least me. Yep. I'm not gonna say I can go all in on a Diddy album, all in on what Diddy got going on, whatever he promoting. Same thing with R. Kelly without thinking about it.
Yeah, for me, I can separate the art from the person. I think as long as the person is being held accountable for the things that they've done, we reveal it. We're not hiding it. We're not promoting that. But I feel like you can be able to separate the art from the person, and especially other genres do it all the time. Mm-hmm. Okay, the rock legends that did all kind of stuff, the actors and producers that have done all kind of stuff, they still support them. I'm not saying we need to support these people, but I don't think the Cosby Show should be ripped down, that takes away the art of everybody who was a part of that show. All the people who families sacrificed to make that show great, Raven included. I don't think their legacy should be tarnished just because they were connected to somebody who made horrible decisions. That person should be held accountable for their decisions, and the rest of the art is up to the audience to watch or don't.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Roomies, let me know what you think though, because you know, I feel like it's a lot of capping going on up here right now.
And the way
I like, what do you mean? I like it. I'm not saying, I'm saying it crosses your mind. It affects at least me.
I could have sworn I heard you drive up listening to More Money, More Problems. I could have sworn that's what I heard.
I saw you doing the Harlem Shake.
I could have sworn you was Diddy bopping earlier, but that's hey, I don't know.
I hate y'all so much, man.
I don't know though, you know.
But y'all are so wrong.
I don't know.
I just feel like I'm gonna say something wrong.
Yeah,
so I'm
we
just
are
gonna say
something wrong.
I agree with Kiki, but I ain't gonna say that because I just know when I get started, they gonna next I'm canceled.
Okay,
so I'm gonna be quiet.
All right, well, let's get into this. Tamar Braxton has opened up to T.S. Madison about her faith, sharing she has used mediums and calling herself a liberal Christian. Take a look at this.
Have questioned you because you communicate with mediums or psychics and you know, and you know the things. Why can we not have a connection?
I don't know, but I call myself a liberal Christian.
Tell me what that means.
That just means that it's not anything that I am stuck to. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, I believe he died for my sins. I don't read the Bible anymore.
Wait a minute.
I feel like the Bible is I'm just saying it's a guideline. So I don't have to go and, you know, just read the Bible. I go to the Bible for stories. I go to the Bible for if I want to like read the Bible.
Okay.
Now, did she read it or not? Because she said she don't read it, but did she go to it?
She said she really doesn't just read it. She just kind of is there. It's a guideline. She saw the instructions, basically. You know how you get a new phone.
She opened
you know
it
the
up,
instructions, but you know that's what I got from it.
Okay.
But overall, fellas and roomies, please chime in on this. Can you be Christian and practice other faiths?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think you can practice other faiths. I'm a person that I believe that I have respect for other religions and I have respect for other faiths.
Yes.
I do. And if whatever your religion or faith is, I respect what you got going on. I'm never gonna be the person to come and tell you what you believe in ain't right and what I'm believing is the only thing that's right. But I don't think that you can practice it all.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like I don't want to practice it, but I do have respect for you and what you do. And a lot of times religion is based off our proximity to where we were born. If you notice, like a lot of people in other countries, they practice whatever the majority religion is in their country or where they come from and different things like that. But yeah, I have respect for other religions completely, and I believe y'all, but I don't think you can practice multiple things. I think that gets tricky.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. You know, I always say talk to the Lord and the lady. I mean, like your mama or a therapist, not the psychic lady. I don't play all that. But that's just me. What about you, Tom?
Me, you do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. That's your relationship with whatever higher power you claim. And there's so many different types, so many different ways to establish and worship. And whatever relationships you have. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell people how to practice being a Christian. But I mean, if you are going to, it's just the renaming of it, and you know, like to kind of fit your lifestyle. That's the part where it gets a little tricky for me. You know, it's just, hey, if you're a Christian and you want to do these other things, well, do them. But you know that
you say don't try to get a new genre.
Yeah, don't try to make a genre. Like you just come up, but you can do them. But you know what that means. If you're gonna call yourself a Christian and you doing certain things, you know what that means. If you read the Bible, you know what that means. If you practice any other religion and you kind of go against their beliefs, you know what that means. So at the end of the day, I mean, all faiths believe is that everybody has free will, and what you do with that determines how things work out for you.
I will say I see it's certain things that I do admire about other religions. That don't mean I'm ready to practice them.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Like multiple wives and stuff.
I think that's
Why
a
did you go
beautiful.
to that?
That's a beautiful
I
thing.
just felt like that's what was on his heart.
So you knew it. I think that's a beautiful thing. I don't know if I could practice it, but I think it's a beautiful thing.
I respect it.
No, I guess
cannot.
I get an example of saying, like, I see a lot of Muslim brothers and sisters stop whatever they're doing to
Pray.
You know
Yes,
what I'm
prioritize
saying?
prayer.
They prioritize
You
prayer.
should be doing that too as a Christian.
But I'm saying theirs is like they have the time, they have the set, they have the and I admire that. I think that's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can't say no other religion is wrong, but
no, I just say you should get in that word. The word will lead you the right way. But I'm gonna bring somebody in who knows a lot about this. Roomies. Let's get our next guest in. She's a Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, actress, author, and entrepreneur, and radio personality. Please welcome Jekalyn Carr.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, Jekalyn, we have to get your thoughts on this. Can you be Christian and practice other faiths and rituals and things of talking to psychics? What are your thoughts on that?
No, I can only speak for myself. My answer is no. I practice one, which is Jesus Christ.
Come on, girl.
I love it. And it works for me. It has gotten me this far. And yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, now I gotta ask you. Wait a minute. What religion is that with multiple what? Okay, anyway. Let's talk about.
You gotta get one wife to have multiple.
Damn.
I'm just saying, if you want to think about the multiple, let's start with one. Let's get that right.
Yeah, but you got to but you got to tell your one that you're looking for another. So you just can't spring that on them once they become your wife. You know, then you gotta be like, hey, I'm into multiple.
Oh, please.
What religion is Jekalyn? I'm sorry about that. I just was confused. But no, let's talk about Jekalyn X and the Legends. Tell us about that. Tell us about the new project, because it's got everybody on there. I mean, all type of gospel greats, Yolanda Adams, BB Winans, I mean, Shirley Caesar, Kim Burrell. It's loaded. Let's just talk about why you even decided to do the album.
Thank you. Jekalyn and the Legends is my new album. With this album, first of all, my dad came to me with the idea about a year and some change ago. And of course, it was a no-brainer for me, because anybody who knows me knows that I love the Legends. Every interview that I do, they ask me who's my favorites. It's always the Legends. And so I thought that it was very important to honor them and to let them know how much we love them. These are staples in music overall. They have carried generation after generation after generation. And I think it's very important that they know that we still need them. They wasn't just making history then, doing amazing things then. They're still doing it now. I think Miss Yolanda just got nominated for another Grammy, you know, just to see that longevity that is on their lives and bridging the gaps, because people need to know, again, that we still need them. I realize that there are some people that I may not be able to reach, but Miss Dottie Peoples, Miss Dorinda Clark Cole, Pastor Shirley can reach. And so, yeah, this is just my way of honoring them. And of course, the message overall in the album, just to give people hope and inspire them at the same time.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Now, which song on the album is the most personal to you, and why?
Oh, wow. Every one of them have a different meaning and means a lot to me. He don't miss rather. You know, I'm a little country and I just felt like he don't miss. It hit a little harder. But that song right there, I understand that whenever you're facing a battle, I don't face the battle like I'm worried as if I'm going to win. I approach it with confidence, because I know that the same God who helped me to win the last one is the same God who's going to help me to win this one. So that one right there is just that song of confidence, because you know who he is. I Break is very special to me. That song just really, really, really helps people to get into their place of liberation and freedom, ensuring that you're not held bound by negative cycles and things that has been holding you back from the life that you deserve. It could be word curses, it could be generational curses, it could be mind battles, whatever it is. It could be lack, whatever it is. This is that song of deliverance to help break you through. What's I will come through, that is literally Jesus speaking to you through us. That's his voice letting you know he's never too busy for you. He has always come through and he's going to do it again. History. That song right there, of course, you know, it wouldn't be my my album if we can go to church at some point, featuring Pastor Shirley, Karen Sheard, Harvey Watkins. That song lets you know you have too much evidence. You have too much history with God where you have seen him heal, you have seen him deliver, break you through many seasons of your life for you to get here and don't think he's going to cause breakthrough to happen for you in this situation. So we just call on breakthrough in that one. And then you got You Are Able. I mean, all of them mean a lot to me. They're very special. And of course, the people who's on each song makes it even more special.
Sing a little bit of one of them.
Oh my gosh. I break word curses. I break cycles of defeat. I break everything that's been holding me. No more chains holding me. I'm a child of the Most High God. No more chains holding me. Today my freedom starts. Today I break it all.
Come on.
Come
now.
on.
That's what I love about church singers. All they got is a microphone. No, it's nothing. A microphone.
Just touch your soul.
Oh, yes. Jekalyn will take you in every single time. Okay.
Thank you.
Come on. I know the roomies enjoyed that.
I
Now,
like that.
when you speak about being around all of the legends that are on your album, what was the best piece of advice that you got from one of these legends?
Oh my gosh, each one they're always dropping gems. And sometimes it could not be what they say. It's, just what they do and how they handle certain situations. Pastor Shirley, she's always going to tell me to stay true to who I am, consistency, just encouraging that. Miss Yolanda Adams, she's always going to encourage balance. She's going to make sure that I'm enjoying life and, while I enjoy purpose, all of the things. So each one just drop gems at different moments. Mr. Renda Clark Cole, I remember our conversation of how, a lot of people don't know all the time what it takes for you to live out your purpose, jumping from plane to plane, then got to go to the studio and just all these things, but it's worth it because of the people who's attached to it in the end. So yeah, they're always encouraging me and dropping stuff, even when they're not trying to.
I know Pastor Shirley gonna give you some good game. Good game. I can't wait to listen to the album. But Jekalyn, what are your thoughts? Because I know you're an independent artist and you've always talked about taking that route. So you getting all your coins. But what do you think about this new role with AI artists entering the music industry? What are your thoughts on that?
I just think that I'm not a fan of it. You may try to duplicate it, but you cannot duplicate the real thing. You can't duplicate the anointing. You can't duplicate the authentic side of it all. But yeah.
Same. I think I agree with you 100% on that. 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely. For sure. I would say an AI artist couldn't do what she just did.
No, they ain't got the oil on them.
They ain't got it like that.
I'm tickled.
Now, Jekalyn, we want you to stick around though for this next TSR great debate.
Now, check this out. Tiffany Haddish has revealed she said "I do" to herself. She recently married herself during a girls' trip to Africa. Tiffany said, "If you are going to keep a promise in life, the promises you make to yourself are the main ones you need to be keeping. That's the longest relationship you're going to be in." So I want to know, would you ever marry yourself?
No, I do believe in, you prioritizing yourself, you loving yourself, wanting the best for yourself in life, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all the things. But no, I need a husband.
Hello.
Come on.
That's the only thing I'm marrying. Yes.
There you go. That's
now, Jekalyn, we talked about this earlier in the show because I'm getting married and my dream performer at my wedding is Ja Rule. Thank you. Who would be your dream performer at your wedding reception?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
would you marry yourself, Zach?
Well, I think that's just a different level of lonely. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, Zach. Tell the truth.
That's a different level of lonely, and I'm not there yet. I ain't that desperate.
No.
Well, I can't find nobody. I just got to pick me. God, dog. That's crazy. No, I ain't doing that. Would you marry yourself?
Nah, I got too much going on.
Wait, what?
What? He don't even want to deal with him.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
honest. That's honest. I respect
got
honesty.
too much going on. I can't deal with me. That's hilarious. Oh
my
man.
gosh.
Kayla, I'm sorry. We acting like this in front of an anointed woman.
Yes. Yeah, we are.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining the show tonight, sis. Let everybody know where they can follow you and get the album.
Yes, and thank you all for having me. You can follow me on all my social media platforms at Jekalyn Carr, JeKalynCarr. Jekalyn and the Legends is available everywhere. You just type in Jekalyn X the Legends, and it's gonna pull up for you. And tag me. Let me know what are some of your favorite songs, and the songs that's blessing your spirit, and all of the things. And thank you to everybody who has already been tagging me. I try my best to see them all, respond to them all. It really, really means a lot. Love you guys so much.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you when you come to Chicago.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Roomies, run that up for it now. We got to run it up. Run it up. All right. Speaking of the Roomies, we got to welcome in our next guest. He was born into gospel music, but he has made a name for himself. Welcome producer and Grammy nominee J Drew Sheard. What's happening?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody?
What's going on?
How y'all doing?
Good.
We're going to jump in there right here now. We got to ask you, before we even get started, I know you got a chance to hear what we were talking about. Would you marry yourself?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I need a wife, man. So I'm gonna just leave that role open for an actual woman to come in. Reserve that space, man. I'm not into, I think I've been alone long enough, or being myself and doing what I want to do long enough. So it's time to, get something real next to me, a real woman,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Roomies, y'all hear that? Now,
She about to get you.
Yeah, you can't just bring anybody home. Your family ain't gonna play that. So the
Absolutely.
good Roomies, y'all
Absolutely. For sure.
We gotta congratulate you on your 2 Grammy nominations. One for your work with Big Glow, and the other for the clips. How did you become connected to both projects?
Thank you. Yeah. So, obviously, relationships, and actually one of my best friends who I've been close with since middle school, he actually moved out to Atlanta, and he's connected. He's a well-known songwriter. Shout out to my brother Marlon. And he connected me with the A&R over at CMG. Shout out to my boy Dame. And we all came together. Dame reached out, he said he wanted to do something with Kier. And so we all kind of just came together, and just they sent us the song, and Glow wanted to get, one of those voices, one of those signature gospel voices. So they thought of Kier, and that's how we got through. And the rest is history. We sat in there and we wrote the songs together and kind of bounced ideas off of each other. Glow already had her verse on there, and she already killed it. So whatever we had to do, we had to come with that fire. So that's how that happened with the Glow. And with the clips, of course, Pharrell has been a mentor of mine throughout my whole career. He actually signed me when I was like 18, 19, graduating from high school. He grabbed me when I was young.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was signing him to Star Trek, and I've kind of been with him, ever since then, on and off. And now, just recently, the last couple of years, he's like, yo, let's come together. Let's do some more work. Let's reconnect. Let's do some, So we came together, and when I went to Paris, it was actually cool because I had to fly out to Paris. Pharrell is on a whole nother level. So, you kind of got to go out there. I had a chance to go out there and spend a couple days or a week or so out there in Paris. And, we created, they was working on the album while he and I was working on another album. So he was kind of like working on all these different projects at one time. And we was at the Louis Vuitton headquarters. It was just like so cool to just see him and just Pharrell mode. You know, he one time he'd be over there looking at pieces and creating Louis Vuitton pieces, and then in the next moment he'd come over there in my section in the studio and do some work with me. Then he'll go across the hall to work with the Clips record. So like all of this stuff was just kind of happening at the same time. So shout out to my big brother Pharrell. He, you know, he's the reason why I'm here today. So just want to give him a big shout out. So that's pretty much how everything came to life. And shout out to Dream too.
Yeah, that's real.
For sure.
Did you get some? Did he give you some Louis Vuitton or something? You get a little outfit?
No, we ain't. I think the experiment was good enough just to see him actually in creative mode and creating all of that stuff. Like that was enough. I'm like, I don't even need no, you know, handouts or nothing, you know. So
yeah, give me a little jacket though. Okay.
Right.
Now your family is legendary for their unique style and delivery, and not everybody can do that. But there is a debate going on right now, and we want to get your thoughts. Check out this message from Robert Glasper.
Okay.
To all my singers, all my musicians, especially rhythm section musicians, y'all playing too much. It's too much. I'm exhausted. When I go on IG, I'm exhausted. Just watching y'all. It's too much. Everybody's playing too much. They're too choppy. Singers is running too much. Y'all don't even got no original sound. You're just singing, just running. Everybody's running. Everybody's chopping. Listen, everybody has chops. Let's just put that out there. Everybody's fast. What else do you have? What else you got? 'Cause everybody's fast. Who cares at this point? No one gets hired because they're the fastest. You know what I mean? Like, what else you got? You need to have more diversity in your playing. You need to make people feel good. I want to watch something like, yo, that feels great. You know what I mean? Oh, she sings. Oh, that singing's great. You're a great singer when you can sing some and not have to run and make somebody feel something. That's when you're a great singer. You know, all this choppiness and stuff, it's like a martial art. Have it in the holster. So when you need it, you use it. But it's not for everything. You got to have more choices. The best, that's what separates the greatest from the not. You know what I mean? It's like choices. Choices is everything, y'all. Please.
What are your thoughts?
I love it. I actually agree with him 100%. I actually agree with that 1,000%. You know, it's because, you know, we live in a world to where, you know, artists and producers and songwriters are just given the freedom to create whatever they want. And sometimes we can get caught up in the cool stuff of creation, if you will, you know, like you know, and in music, that would be more so, you know, a singer may want to just get caught up in learning all the top runs, or a musician may want to get caught up in just doing all of the best drum rolls. And it's like, that's not it. That's not what's going to get the people moving, because everybody can't understand all them runs and all of them drum chops that they be doing, you know, or that we can do.
I mean, run, you mean like, ooh, when they be doing all that?
That's exactly what I mean. What you did. So how does it go again? Do it again.
Ooh, yeah. I be like, damn, girl, you not done running yet? Stop.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
yes. Right. For sure. But you know, also to the other side of it too. It's not that people don't want to hear it, but that's not meant to overshadow the job that the song has. Like the core of what the core of what complements the song. You know, you don't have to over sing everything. Sometimes you could just sing regular, and the industry tell us that. That's why we have so many artists that's not the best singers, but they got the best songs. You know what I'm saying? So you know, so that's just my take on it. But I do agree. I do agree with him. I agree with Robert. Shout out to Robert. That's big bro. He the homie. So yeah, for sure.
There it is. Yeah. But what makes a good song?
What makes a good song? I mean, I guess it's so many different types of songs. So it's really about, you know, we have to make songs not for what's hot. We have to make songs from what you feel. It has to come from inside, because I think that's what allows people to resonate to it, you know, more, because, you know, it's all fulfilling. You know, nobody likes a song just because a melody or the beat. I mean, we have our consumers that like certain things about a song, but it's what you feel inside that's going to hold on to you. Like some of the greatest songs are the songs that you remember from when you was going through a certain point in your life. You know what I'm saying? We have songs that we can say that we'll hear today and we'll be like, oh my gosh, this was like my high school soundtrack. Or I remember when this happened around this time. It's the songs we were singing. You know what I mean? So it captures so much. You know what I mean? So I think that's what makes a good song, like just in terms of being able to write and produce from the feeling that you feel inside and not always being intentional. Because that's how the consumer connects to it.
Facts.
You hear that, Tom, for your music career that you're pursuing soon?
Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working
Your
on
R&B
that. Yeah,
joint.
my R&B album. I'm working on that. I gotta cut my runs down. I would just stop, just get to the message. But what else are you working on, Jay? These people are crazy. What else you working on? You said you was working on a couple projects while you was out there with Pharrell. What's going on with you?
Yeah, so a lot of the stuff that we did when I was out there, the last time I was out there in Paris, is already released. We did like the theme song for the World Series. I don't know if you all saw the Pharrell and the choir open up. That was like a project that Pharrell and I produced. Shout out to Voices of Fire. So we did that. We dropped that during the World Series, and we also did some music. They played some of our songs at the Louis Vuitton fashion show. And right now I'm currently Pharrell and I actually produced my sister's project here, Sheard, who should be coming out. Should be coming out top of next year. So we're working on that, and we those are the most recent projects we was working on and that we dropped. So yeah.
Well, before we let you go, Thanksgiving is coming up, and you're in an iconic family. All your aunties, I'm sure, can cook. Who's the best cook for the holiday?
Oh,
out of your mom, your aunties, and your sister, who the best cook?
Ooh, the best cook? Oh, Auntie Jackie for sure.
Okay.
Auntie Jackie for sure, and I'm sure they'll all agree to that. Auntie Jackie, yeah, yes, I think they will all agree to that. Auntie Jackie throws down. Throws down. Now, don't get me wrong. All of the sisters can cook. Now, my mama, Aunt Dorinda, Aunt Twinkie, everybody can cook. But Aunt Jackie, she's the one, and they'll all agree to that.
Okay.
I gotta ask. I always wanted this about, especially these families, these gospel families. Who does the prayer over the food? Does it change year to year, or is it always the same person?
Well, we got so many evangelists and bishops and pastors in our family, so it's kind of like,
okay.
It used to be my granddad, rest in peace to my granddad, Bishop John Henry Sheard, but he used to hold it down. And I'm gonna tell you a funny story. My grandmother used to, God bless her soul too, Miss Willie Mae Sheard. She used to get so irritated when we used to say, "Papu, can you pray us?" Because my granddaddy will literally pray for 5 minutes. And I'm talking about, we are hungry. We are just starving. I'm talking about, we did fast the whole day because we couldn't wait. And he'll hold a prayer for like almost 5 minutes. And my grandmother would just cut into him and just be like, "Okay, that's enough. Amen. I'm hungry." So
I love that.
we got a lot of choices for prayer at Thanksgiving. So it can vary. Yeah.
I always wanted to know. I always wondered that.
Yeah.
Man, thank you so much for joining us. And make sure you come on back when Sis album drop, man. We got to talk to you.
Yes, and take those Grammys home this year. We hope you win.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right now.
All right. Take care.
That's what's up. I know Thanksgiving be lit at the Clark Sheard house. Okay.
Yes.
But let's get into this, fellas. Justin Carter recently released a TSR investigates about Magic City.
Hey.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah.
Hey.
They're known around the world for making it clap.
If I come to work, it's going to be a good night.
But now they're clapping back.
There's $25,000 on the ground, and you're telling me that I'm not getting a dime of my money.
Magic City in Atlanta. People come for the wings and the dancers, but behind the pole,
I call him a in-house pimp.
Claims of illegal activity.
That's greed.
Dancers so afraid to speak to us that we had to hide their identity. They say the club forced them to pay to work, then strip them of the money they made.
Subsidizing other people's paycheck is illegal.
But in a Shade Room exclusive, Magic City says,
So these are disgruntled employees. They're biting the hand that feeds them.
I'm Justin Carter, and this is TSR Investigates. But before we get into it, roommates, for more TSR Investigates, make sure you go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the Shade Room's YouTube channel for new weekly episodes of this show and more.
And white man said they're biting the hand that feeds them.
Okay.
I don't know if I like that one. That wasn't a good comment.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I think we should go down there and talk to the strippers.
Yeah.
And figure out what's going on.
So now you want to be an investigative reporter on this case.
Investigate. Come on, ladies. Come to the back.
Justin don't need your help.
Yes, he does.
He don't need no help from y'all
You
two.
know what?
Yes, he does.
Listen.
He absolutely needs our help for
we
this.
are there, the boots on the ground. We are
Right.
trying to become foot soldiers to help these sisters.
We didn't talk about so many cases with Justin. This is the first one y'all want to volunteer to help on. But anyway, roomies, if you want to see the real investigative reporter, make sure you tune in to TSR Investigates with our friend Justin Carter. And roomies, as always, we'll be back next week with more Shade Room headlines, debates, and trending topics.
And make sure you like and subscribe to the Shade Room's YouTube channel so you never miss exclusive Shade Room news and interviews.
That's right. Until next time, roomies, remember to represent the culture with excellence. Woo woo.
Woo woo.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come for my clock, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't come for my clock, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play?